Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I rewatched Avatar: The Way of Water. So in this video, I'm going to share my thoughts after rewatching the movie. And I'm also going to share my thoughts on the box office of this movie because it seems to be a very big movie topic at this moment. So before I get started, let me know down in the comments, how many times have you seen Avatar 2? What did you think about the movie? And what do you think about the box office of it? Or do you think it's going to make $2 billion? Because it's pretty close. It's not like too close, but it's very close, and there's a chance, a lot of people are thinking there's a chance it might crack 2 billion. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. With that said, I'm going to get started with my thoughts, and I think I'm going to start off with the box office right now, and then I'm going to go into my thoughts of what I thought about it on rewatch. And box office wise, this movie seems to be doing great. Right now it has $1,700,000,000. Now I knew this movie was going to crack 1 billion because of how successful the first one was. Almost hit 3 billion. That's insane. And this movie, I knew for a fact it was going to get to 1 billion. Is it going to get to 2 billion? I was honestly not so sure. Now I feel like it honestly might, because it's only like 250 million away from cracking 2 billion. And that's quite a bit of money, but I feel like because of its legs, I feel like it's going to be able to, because so far it has not had a major drop other than its opening weekend. I didn't feel like after that, most of like a couple of the weekends, it actually went up of how much money it was receiving. And I just saw it last weekend again with my family. So it seems to be very interesting because a lot of people are going back to rewatch this movie. A lot of people that weren't sure if they wanted to watch it are actually going to watch it now. So it might actually get to 2 billion. I don't think it will. I think there's a chance, but I don't think it's really for sure it will, because although I really enjoyed the movie, although I really liked it, I liked rewatching it, I don't think too many people, or I don't think there's many people that are going to go back in droves to watch it. And I don't think after like 4 weeks there's going to be anyone that's actually interested in the movie still left that hasn't seen it yet. But there's a very high chance, because so far the movie has been doing great at the box office. Like I said, it has 1,700,000,000, which is a ton of money. But honestly, right now it's still one of the most successful movies of all time. It's in the top 10. It's the number 7 highest grossing movie of all time. And it even beat out Top Gun Maverick as the highest grossing movie of 2022. And it might get to Spider-Man No Way Home. We don't know that for sure. So it might even become the highest grossing post-pandemic movie. So yeah, this movie's doing great at the box office. I'm really happy it is, because this is a great theatrical experience. Watching this movie in a theater is one of the best theater experiences I've had, especially on rewatch. And it's one of the best theater experiences I'm sure a lot of people are going to have, just because of how amazing the visuals and sound design and action and everything is. I think James Cameron just found a way to just give us such a great experience that a lot of people want to go back and rewatch, and a lot of people are spreading the word about it, and that's why the movie made as much money as it did. Now I'm going to kind of go into my thoughts on rewatch. So when I first saw the movie, I did really enjoy it. Like I said, I gave it a really good review. It was number 10 on my top 10 of the year list. It wasn't like top 5 material for me, at least on my first watch, but after rewatching it, I'm rethinking a lot of the stuff I said about this movie. Now, I do still think a lot of my issues that I had the first time still stand, but a lot of the stuff that I enjoyed the first time, I enjoyed them even more this time around. And some of the issues didn't bother me as much on rewatch as they did the first time, because I kind of knew what to expect. So I just kind of really appreciated what I already liked. And even the stuff I didn't like, I started to warm up to it. So I did not really dislike the stuff that I disliked the first time on rewatch. So I feel like this is a movie that got better for me after rewatching it. And I said this on my community tab when I posted it. I said my rewatch with this movie really changed my thoughts on it, because it moved this movie up 6 spots on my top 10 movies of the year list. So I feel like this is my 5th favorite movie of the year right now as far as 2022 goes. So I really enjoyed this movie, and I feel like especially on rewatch, watching it with my family was really great experience, and I liked it quite a bit more. Now I'm going to go into some spoilers. If you have not seen the movie, do not watch the rest of the video. So my biggest issue with this movie the first time around was that the second act, the middle of the movie, really dragged, and I thought it felt really, really slow. And on rewatch, I kind of agree with that, and my parents even said that their biggest problem with the movie was that the middle of the movie, is the 45 minutes to 1 hour of it, was just very, really slow. And until you get to the third act, they found the movie to be a little bit boring, and they kind of said some of the stuff that I said in my initial review of the movie. I was very surprised by that because we had very similar thoughts on the movie after our first watch. And I think on rewatch, I started to appreciate the second act of the movie a lot more. Now, I still think it could have easily cut out like 15 to 20 minutes and kind of tightened it up. Not too much, just enough to make the second act of the movie flow a little bit better with the first act and the third act. Because I think the first act and third act are basically flawless. I have very few issues with them. But I think the second act dragged quite a bit. So if you cut out like 15 to 20 minutes off of it, I think the movie could have been quite a bit better. Now, the reason I might have enjoyed this time more is because the first time I watched it very late at night, so I was very tired. So when I was watching the second act, I felt like I was very bored, and I almost fell asleep. So I think that has a lot to do with it. But this time I watched it on a very regular time, so because of that, I feel like I enjoyed the movie more, and I started to appreciate the second act more. And as I paid attention to the different characters and stuff, I really started to like them. And the second act did a great job of fleshing out the characters. Like even the whale stuff, I think it did a really good job of. So I really enjoyed that, and it really paid off really well in the third act. So I really appreciated a lot of things it did. I'm gonna go into spoilers really quick, so do not watch the rest of this video if you've not seen it. So I think in the third act, when the kid dies, that really impacted me on rewatch because I actually paid attention to the second act. I did not feel like I was about to fall asleep, and I really liked his character. So I think the third act had a lot more of an emotional connection as I was watching it this time. So I really started to like that even more. So the third act was even better for me on rewatch. And I think overall, I just really started to appreciate the movie more. I still don't think it's perfect. I still wouldn't put it in my top three of 2022, but it's still a great film, and especially because of this rewatch, I really started to appreciate the movie a lot more. And I think James Cameron really crafted a great movie, and I'm really excited to see where this goes next. A lot of my flaws with the movie still stand, but I still think I like the movie a lot more overall, and I started to appreciate what James Cameron was going for. And the stuff I already liked, I liked even more on rewatch. So I think Avatar 2, The Way of Water is a great movie, and I really, really appreciated this rewatch, and I'm really glad I rewatched it because it really helped me process the movie quite a bit better. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Let me know down in the comments, what did you think of Avatar 2, The Way of Water? How many times have you seen it? And do you think it's going to crack 2 billion? I'd love to know your thoughts. With that said, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos. I'll see you in the next one.